Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 16 of PM Reviews NFL Predictions.
Man, 16.
I thought I was going to mess that intro up, but I didn't.
Man, Week 16. That's hard to believe. Before we get started, be sure to check out, this is on iTunes if you want to download it as a podcast. If you don't want to sit here and listen to the whole video, it is on iTunes as a podcast. You can listen to it driving down the road, so check that out if it's a better alternative for you. And,
we do these every week. We're not just doing some random video and then you're like, I wonder if they'll do another one. No, we will.
It's every week. You can find them on our Twitter and our Facebook. We post them every week. Easy to find if you follow us.
And by the way, our Twitter is definitely something you need to check out.
Our Twitter is getting very hot here lately, so check it out.
Okay.
Starting out, games are a little different this week. No Thursday night game. We got 2 Saturday games this week of Christmas, so things are a little different. Starting out the week, we got Indianapolis at Baltimore on Saturday at 4:30. So that's a little different time. So be sure you're paying attention.
I think I think Baltimore will win.
I think Baltimore will win. Baltimore's got an extremely hot defense. Second half of the season, they're playing lights out football.
I like Collins a lot. I do like Jacoby Brissett, but I like Collins and like Joe Flacco. I don't really think Joe Flacco is that great, but he's not like the reason they'll lose. He's like a solid quarterback.
Solid quarterback week in and week out. So
I think you got Baltimore winning. I think Indianapolis is like in a rebuilding stage.
They are. They're definitely in a rebuilding stage. Saturday night at 8:30. So make sure you don't miss that one either. You got Minnesota at Green Bay. I gotta go Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Minnesota. I think they're honestly I think they're so underrated. Even though they are finally getting it, I think they're as good as everyone says and better. I really
yeah, they're
like
really
them.
good. Green Bay's officially eliminated from the playoffs. There's a chance they don't play. Mike McCarthy said he doesn't know if he's going to let Aaron Rodgers play or not since they're already eliminated from the playoffs, and Aaron Rodgers has been sore Monday and Tuesday this week already from playing. So Mike McCarthy said this morning he don't know if he's going to let him play. Either way, I don't think it'll really matter.
And we want to mainly talk about the Vikings, though, because I'm tired of everybody sweeping the Vikings under the rug and giving this Aaron Rodgers story. Because, by the way, if you follow my Twitter, you already know. Me and Mike Silver got into it. Me and Mike Silver on NFL Network had this issue. The Vikings should be talked about.
Well, what I was building up to was, with all the soreness, Aaron Rodgers looked rusty against the Carolina defense, and I think Minnesota's defense is a little bit better than Carolina's.
Yeah, they're definitely more physical.
If we can put the pressure on him like we did, I wouldn't play him against a Minnesota defense.
You got a bunch of guys. This is the team that put him out in the first place. So you got Anthony Barr, you got Linval Joseph, you got Everson Griffin. They're all three they're like the perfect people to finish somebody with a sore collarbone. Basically.
Yeah, that's why even a better. You go from the second best defense to the first best defense. I wouldn't.
I really like the Vikings. I really like what they have going on. It's really it's a really unique kind of complex.
Yeah, they're super hot right now. So moving on to Sunday, we got Tampa Bay at Carolina. I gotta go Carolina. They're coming off a really good two really good wins. Minnesota and Green Bay. Kind of funny they're playing each other. That was the last game we talked about. But they're coming off 2 hot wins. I got to pick Carolina. They're playing very good football. They're incorporating Christian McCaffrey in good. Defense is playing good, getting good turnovers. So
yeah, I'm going to do the same. I think I don't think Thomas Davis being out will really be that big of a deal. I think people like to think it was. He's a really good compliment to Luke Kuechly, even though he's the older one. And I don't think people understand that.
I think as long as Shaq Thompson plays this week, he hasn't played the past 2 weeks. But
the thing about Thomas Davis is Luke Kuechly's the captain of the defense, but it's he does the thing where he's like, all right, I got to tell everybody what to do, but just not him.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not like Thomas Davis is leading the team and all that. He does, but Luke Kuechly's the one who knows the schemes the most. He knows he watches the most film, all that. As long as whoever comes in, which by the way, I'm pretty sure it'll be David Mayo, even though he's technically a middle linebacker.
Yeah, more than likely.
David Mayo is so solid as a backup. But anyway, I think the Panthers have really started peaking at the right time.
Yeah, they have.
I think they've really peaked. They got Stewart kind of straightened out where he's not fumbling and missing holes and kind of, he's had some really bad games.
Tampa Bay looked really good last night though. I mean, they struggled kind of in some areas, but I mean overall.
Yeah, they looked all right. I think they kind of just didn't realize they were going to be in the game, and it was oh, we're still in this. It was
like
they were
they realized they were in it a little too late. And that field goal would have tied it up, and it was just the ref tripped and it threw the momentum off. If that wouldn't have happened, I feel like they could have.
I think the Panthers will beat them without Thomas Davis anyway, though. So
yeah, I think they'll beat them anyways.
And then we got Buffalo at New England.
New England is playing good football.
New England, I think they kind of got lucky on that call though, but I think you still can say they beat the Steelers
in Pittsburgh.
You can still say they beat the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean Buffalo they played good against. No, they just lost No, they beat the Dolphins. That's right.
They just beat the Dolphins. I don't think that really means a whole lot.
I don't think that means a lot, but New England is playing great football.
New England, people like to over-exaggerate one of their losses. If you go look at all their successful seasons, like you can go back and be like, they lost this game, they shouldn't have lost. They lost this one.
They do this every year.
They do it all the time. Like last year, they lost to I forgot who it was. It was like they lost to the Bills, and then they won the Super Bowl. So
yeah, I mean
they lost to the Bills like week 5 or week 4 or something like that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Up next, we got Detroit at Cincinnati. I'm gonna pick Detroit.
Didn't Cincinnati get beat down?
Yeah.
Really bad?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I'm going to pick the Lions, too. I think the Lions, are like, they don't have a complete team, but they make it work every week.
They make it work every single week. Matt Stafford and Marvin Jones, I mean, those guys seem to connect every week pretty good.
Marvin Jones is playing his old team, too.
Marvin Jones is playing his old team.
He's going to tell them what's up on my fantasy team.
So.
This is like the best game of the week right here.
What is this? This is a 1 o'clock game, so we can.
Yeah, why is this 1 o'clock? That's stupid.
Got Atlanta at New Orleans.
This is
if Atlanta could beat New Orleans, this would throw up the NFC South in the air for grabs. Like if they end up winning, it's gonna really we have no idea who's winning the NFC South. Like
I don't know who's gonna win this game, so I really don't know who's gonna win the division.
I'm gonna just pick the safe bet and pick New Orleans.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Like I think they're so much more of like able to if you get in a shootout, be able to carry their own weight.
And I don't want to say the only reason because they are a pro football team, but it didn't hurt that Alvin Kamara went out last time they played him.
Oh yeah, that was a tainted victory already. Like Alvin Kamara is absolutely probably the most dynamic running back I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean he went out the first quarter of the game and they still didn't cleanly beat him. I mean they still kind of struggled a little bit.
The thing about the Saints that are so good that I think is just you got Drew Brees and he always had to gunsling and throw 400 to 500 yards in insane games and all that, and they had no defenses, and it's like. He can kind of still do that. Like, we haven't really had to see it, so everybody thinks he can't, but I'm pretty sure he could. And they got a defense now, and they have a run game now, and, Mark Ingram's always been solid, but he's never been, the running back
he's needed that second guy.
And, Alvin Kamara, he can catch out of the backfield. He can run.
He's so good.
And he's not like McCaffrey where he can do all that stuff, but he can't do, the normal, runs. No, he can do all that, too. He can...
He's
he can do it all. He's the most complete running back I've ever seen. I wish he would, somehow just feel like not playing football ever again and just go home and, sit at the house.
Seriously, he's dangerous.
He's the if they didn't have him when the Panthers played him, I think that they probably would have won.
They probably would have won. You're right.
He's so good. I don't see anybody beating him when they have him. Honestly.
Let's see. So we both got New Orleans in that one.
Yeah, I think I've just kind of gave a 5-minute explanation. I think he's the best running back ever.
Let's see. We got Miami at Kansas City up next.
Kansas City, I'm not picking them anymore. I'm tired of it. They either look really good like they did the first 5 weeks or they look like they did the other weeks. I'm picking the Dolphins.
I'm going to pick Kansas City. They had a couple good plays.
I realize the Chiefs could just go
off at any moment.
Yeah, I that's what they just did, and I'm not picking them.
I'm still going to pick them. I think they can continue the momentum, hopefully. And Miami's just... Jay Cutler threw 3 picks, and
I don't know. Kareem Hunt did look good. I haven't picked them out. I'm gonna switch. That's our first flip pick of the.
That's
probably about since week 8 or 9.
Yeah, that's the first one in a while.
Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. I will have to edit that part out.
Up next, we got the Chargers at the Jets.
Give me the Chargers.
Chargers are a serious. If they can squeak in the playoffs.
They could be so dangerous.
They could be so dangerous.
And the AFC is so bad they can do it. That's not even...
Oh, yeah, they can do it easy.
They can probably win their division. It's so bad.
I guarantee they can. I think they might be either tied or one game
behind. The Jets, if you're a Jets fan, they did look pretty good the other day.
Yeah, they did.
We're not...
Bryce Petty had a good game.
Yeah, we're not doing the NFL Network thing where we talk about our team we want to talk about.
Yeah, we're not doing the Mike Silver.
Mike Silver, I had to get in a Twitter argument with that man because he's just so... I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson and all that, and it's dude, these teams didn't even win. Why are you giving them recognition?
Bryce Petty looked absolutely amazing.
I like what the Jets have. If they could get some stability.
Yeah, it's they have all the number 2 guys from all the teams. They have all
the guys
all
who
the receivers
weren't
that
appreciated.
Yeah, it's so amazing how they're putting this together. And they're actually, they're putting a beat down on some teams. They went toe to toe with New Orleans 2 weeks ago. It was. Pretty
it was the other day.
Was that this game?
Yeah.
They went toe to toe with them. They're impressive.
Now this one, I don't think it'll be a toe to toe.
This one, no toe to toe on this.
No, I do like the Titans. I do like them.
We like the Titans. We do, but
I just don't think they can win this one.
We also really respect the Rams.
The Rams
a lot.
speaking of teams,
we were on. Hold on. We were on record earlier in the season as saying they're just a little hot. They're going to slow down. We were.
Yeah, I said all that. I said they're not number one offense. They are statistically, but are they going to really hold this?
We're wrong. We were totally wrong.
No, they're that good. And that's another thing we do on this show. We don't do this NFL Network. Mike Silver, all these guys that they like to, Colin Cowherd, all those losers that like throw out all these ridiculous like bold claims and like they never 2 weeks later act like it never happened unless somebody brings it up, and then whenever they do get questioned about it, they act like, oh, I didn't say that, I kind of didn't mean it. We were wrong about the Rams.
We were wrong.
I said that they were. I said they wouldn't make it the playoffs. I said there would be one and done. Actually, that could still happen, but I don't think it will. I said all that stuff. They're actually that good.
No, they're good. They're real good. So we're sticking with them. I'm
going with the Rams. On this right here?
Redskins and Denver. Let's see. We got Denver at Washington this week. Washington. That's the easy pick. Denver has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I think, I'm going to pick Washington. I think Washington's so much more of a complete team, even though they're a little shaken themselves.
Denver got a win, but that was the first win in like 9 weeks. Like
Denver's not the same Denver. It's a completely different team. Like, speaking of it, people are saying the Seahawks need to rebuild. The Broncos need to rebuild. I knew that would happen. Like whenever
their defense is fine. They really need to work on that offense. Like
I knew that that team had a limited time of a limited window because when they brought Peyton Manning in and they brought DeMarcus Ware in, it was basically like, hey,
now or never.
If you're under the age of 30, if you stay here, you're gonna be miserable. Like we're winning now, so if you don't like it, you need to go do what TJ Ward did. Like
seriously, it was. I gotta pick Washington at Washington. I mean, it's just
they had their short window of opportunity and they capitalized. There's no let's bring that over. Just restart.
Up next. Gosh, my head's hanging. We got Cleveland at Chicago.
I'm gonna pick the Chicago Bears because I feel like Trubisky's gonna start lasering all over them.
If there is a team, Cleveland, I think they might play Pittsburgh next week. They play either Pittsburgh or Cincinnati. I don't know who it is.
But there's a team that if there's a win they're gonna have,
that they can beat. It's got to be Chicago, and I'm gonna pick them. I got to do it.
I feel like they really will do it this time. I kind of want to pick them too.
I'm gonna pick the Cleveland Browns. They are playing. They are competing with teams so closely. They are getting so close each week. I got to pick them.
I can't believe I'm thinking about switching.
That's up to you.
I'm going to pick the Bears, even though I know I see them winning.
It's completely the same, and you're probably going to be right. Let's see. We got Jacksonville at San Francisco. Two really hot teams right now.
Before I get into it, I really, really like what the 49ers are doing. I think next year they're going to be
dangerous.
They're either going to be the team that goes 9-7, and they're all right, next year is really going to be our year, or they're just going to jump.
They're going to do the Cowboys,
or they're just going to jump 1 year earlier and be all right, yeah, they're going to do the 2016 Cowboys. All right, we got all the pieces we want. Okay, we're just going 13-3. We weren't ready.
Yeah,
they're either going to do that or they're going to have
Jimmy Garoppolo is turning that franchise around. Single-handedly.
Yeah, but like I said, before I get into it, and then I did that. They are probably not going to beat the Jaguars. Let's be honest. The Jaguars are the scariest team in the AFC. I said it. The Steelers, they have Antonio Brown out, and they're really, really they depend on two guys way too much. Him and Le'Veon Bell. The Patriots, they pull out game after game this close. The Jaguars are just doing the same thing that they're doing, but they're just beating people down and they're not having any.
They just beat the Seahawks 45-6.
They went into Seattle and said, "You want some of this?" and they hooked them in the mouth. And then they did it to who'd they do it to the other day? It was bad.
Everybody.
They've done it to everyone. I'm picking the Giants. I really think they're underrated, even though they're.
I think they're extremely underrated. They're not getting near the recognition they deserve. But I'm going to pick the 49ers. I don't know why, but
I don't know about that.
Something's just that you didn't know about me picking the Dolphins over the Patriots either. But I picked them.
That'll happen once every 20 years.
I was right on that one.
No, you'll be good.
That was the boldest prediction of the season, and I got.
That was a prediction that was you were right, but it was stupid to even say that, even though you were right.
I was right. I'm picking another one. I'm picking San Francisco over Jacksonville. I think they can do it.
They're not as bad as people think, though. I wouldn't.
They're not as bad. This is not a bold as prediction as the Dolphins over.
No, all it would take really is Jimmy Garoppolo gets hot, Carlos Hyde starts doing a little something. The Jaguars haven't had to get in an actual close game in so long. They kind of haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it would take.
Blake Bortles have a bad game. I mean.
Yeah, that's all it would take. But Leonard Fournette's coming back, and he's always injured, so they could think they're gonna have him, and then he gets pulled out.
Yeah,
I can easily see that happen.
It could be very.
But I'm not talking myself out of it. I'm picking them.
Up next, we got New York at Arizona. New York Giants.
Oh yeah, the two teams that are hot one week and terrible the next week. The Giants are just bad all the time. Right?
I'm gonna pick the Giants. I don't know why, but I don't know who to pick in this, so I'm just picking the Giants.
I don't know. I think the Cardinals will finally kind of
Who knows? This is the hardest.
We don't want to go into too much on this game. Like
there's really not much to break down.
We've been kind of going long on all these other ones.
Up next, we got the return of Ezekiel Elliott. We got Seattle at Dallas.
The Seattle Seahawks are going to get smacked.
Dallas. It's not even like it's Dallas. Like sorry, but it's Dallas.
Let me get this straight. All these people saying they suck now and like they're getting rebuilt. I heard Mike Silver. Another reason why I had to tell him what's up. He said that they're going to get rid of. Bear with me. He said they're going to get rid of Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas,
Michael Bennett,
Cliff Averill, and Michael Bennett. He basically said they're going to get rid of every marquee, except for Bobby Wagner, getting rid of everyone. I'm like, they are not
they're not doing that.
They are not doing that because they had one bad season, which is like a winning record still. Like they're probably going to go 9-7.
Yeah, they're not. They're not cleaning.
Like you're crazy. Like, they're not doing that.
Ezekiel Elliott has been.
They'll be back to normal next year. All they got to do is get some offensive linemen, maybe find a new running back, and everyone on defense. Just keep all of them. Just let them get healthy. But this week, I just want to give some hopeful.
If you have Ezekiel Elliott, put him in.
But this week, it's not this week. I'm talking about next year. They're going to be fine. This week, not so much.
Yeah, Elliott's been on record as to say he knew he was coming back for the Seattle game, and he told everybody to mark his words. He's rushing for 200 yards. He's the only back in the league that I'm like, he'll probably do it. He can do it.
Todd Gurley's like, I do it whenever I feel like doing it.
He just done it. I mean, I don't know.
He did it, but he was surprised he did it.
It would be impressive if he came back and rushed for 200. He says
now the Broncos game he was not rushing for that.
Nah, he rushed for 9.
I wish that one of the Broncos players would be like, you weren't doing that without me.
So I don't know. I'm still picking Dallas. I think it'll be a super low scoring game. Very low scoring. A couple possessions for each team.
I think it'll be like 21-14. I don't think it'll be low scoring, but I think it'll be like relatively
medium to low.
I think it'll be like 21-17 actually.
Okay. Sunday night. This is going to be a beatdown.
I'm watching the Cowboys.
Oh, no, there is no Sunday night game. This is Monday at 4:30.
This is Christmas.
Christmas Day at 4:30 in the afternoon. We got Pittsburgh at Houston. Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown doesn't. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's just as good as Antonio Brown. Sorry, but he is. I know he's like 15 games into his career.
Le'Veon Bell's going to get me some fat rushing.
I know he's 15 games into his career. He's just as good as Antonio Brown. So
Antonio Brown's great. We're going to make a video about this. Antonio Brown's great. I think he's better than most of the receivers, probably all of them except maybe Julio and maybe one or two others. But it's like he gets so much volume.
He gets 20 targets a game.
It's like if Julio got that, it wouldn't even be funny. Like it would be, he would be doing the same stuff.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, is he really versatile and nobody else can do all the different things he can do? Yeah, but I think people just really, really want to say he's the best. Like people are throwing him the MVP talk. Like he depends on a quarterback, guys.
Yeah, I gotta pick the Steelers. It's pretty easy pick for me. Houston's just, I don't even know what the word is.
If they had Deshaun Watson, this would be a different story.
If they had Deshaun Watson, I'd be picking Houston.
It'd be a different story.
And then Christmas Day, 8:30 at night, we got Oakland at Philly. Pretty good Christmas Day game.
This will be Philly all the way. I think Oakland's kind of overrated.
Nick Foles came in and was like, I'll throw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't even care who's the quarterback. He's pretty good. I told everybody that when we did it. I'm like, dude, he's not even bad.
He came in and was like, I'll throw 4 touchdowns.
He's the best backup in the league, probably.
That was unbelievable. So I'm picking Philly. Oakland's they're right on the brink each week, but they just kind of can't.
I think they got the mix they had all this good young team and they had all these new guys and then they brought in Marshawn Lynch and all these old guys and just kind of ruined it. I think they should have just kept the young talent.
But I gotta pick Philly, especially being at Philly. It's gonna be all cold and Christmas Day and.
I think Marshawn Lynch is always causing so many problems. That team's just not the same with him. I think they're better off without him.
So let's see. That's week 16. We got one more, and then we're gonna do playoffs. And the playoffs ones are always fun. So make sure you check those out. Those are our funnest videos. They're the hardest ones to predict. So we break those down a little bit more. They're coming up. So
people are like, "Do you break them down even more than these right here?"
Yeah, we break them down.
Yeah, we do actually. So yeah.
So be sure to check out next week's, and then follow it up with the playoffs. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll see you next time.